Good evening. My name is Ashley Kalia and I am Saddle Brook Class of 2020 President. Please kindly stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. This graduation is in honor of a fallen angel and classmate, Andrew Gutierrez.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and staff, Mrs. Coffey, Mr. Searles, members of the Board of Education, Mrs. Shanley, and the class of 2020. I'm sure we've all said, I can't wait to graduate and leave high school behind at one point or another. I know I have. But COVID-19 was not exactly what we meant. I'm glad to have this opportunity to say just how proud I am of the graduating class as they move on to college, trade school, the military, and wherever else life takes them. It's cliche to say that our time at Saddle Brook High School went by extremely quickly, but I see that it fits considering our time was cut short. These last 3 months have taught us not to take things like our education, friends, family, and our high school experience for granted. It's easy to become so fixated on achieving our future careers and goals that we overwhelm and stress ourselves out. So while you're studying away hours on end for your next exam or training an extra few hours before a big game, remember to really take in and live in the moment. Make the most out of your present. Take pictures and make memories and maybe even post them on Facebook. Without being biased, the class of 2020 is the most resilient and persistent even in the face of adversity. We may not always achieve the highest grades or perform the best sports season, but we have proven we can overcome hardships. This year has truly been one of a kind. We were forced to move our education online, which we've never done before, and many of us had to take tests and exams using unfamiliar platforms. There were even a few of us that had to retake these exams because of crashed servers and technical errors. We looked forward to wearing our dresses and suits to the senior banquet and prom, but they hung in our closets and instead we wore masks. We were supposed to dance the night away, but instead we stood 6 feet apart. We didn't know when or if we would ever return to Saddle Brook High School to see our favorite teachers again, to see our friends again, to live out to what was supposed to be our last and best year of high school. But we all pushed through week by week. Even when normality was taken away from us, we did drive-by celebrations, we got recognition from celebrities like Miley Cyrus, and some of us even got free pizza and Krispy Kreme donuts. Although our road to graduation was unconventional, we leave here today as graduates on our own separate paths, and I know we will all go on to do amazing things, and we will all go down in history. Lastly, I want to finish off with a few thank yous. First and most important, to our families. Thank you for driving us to and from school, even on early mornings, for club meetings, and late evenings after practices and school events. Thank you for making sure we're taking advantage of every opportunity we have available to us, and for being our biggest supporters. Thank you especially to the essential workers in our families, postal and maintenance workers, medical personnel, doctors and nurses, that was your shout out, Mai, that have continued to provide for us even during a pandemic. Speaking of pandemic, thanks to Zoom, Google Meet, and other video chat platforms, they've kept us connected to our friends and our teachers during this time, and for bringing us together today. Last but not least, thank you to all the teachers and all the staff for their guidance and for giving us the tools that we need to build our futures, even when we've been left to learn from home. Without you, we couldn't have finished our senior year. And so like many of us during this quarantine that have binge-watched Netflix, I leave you with a quote by Matthew Gray Gubler. If you wake up in the morning and can breathe, things are sweet. You have nothing to complain about. We're so lucky. You're alive, so enjoy it. Thank you.
Welcome parents, family and friends, faculty and staff, Miss Coffey, Mr. Searles, members of the Board of Education, and Miss Shanley. Thank you for gathering today to celebrate the class of 2020. Before I begin my speech, I would like to thank those who have helped shape the graduating class. To all our parents and families who have given us unconditional love during the most demanding stages of high school, thank you. To all our teachers who have given us the tools to succeed and foster positive learning environments, thank you. To all our coaches who have taught us the value of teamwork and guided us through both discouraging losses and electrifying victories, thank you. I would like to thank my own parents and sister for believing in me when I did not. To my mom and dad, your unwavering support has given me the strength to persevere and become someone I can be proud of. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Not one of us has gotten to this very moment alone. We all had some form of a support system, encouraging us to never lose sight of our goals. And for that, we want to express great gratitude. 133 seedlings were planted in September of 2016. Though nervous to grow in a new environment, many were motivated to explore the opportunities found in the stimulating atmosphere stemming from Saddlebrook High School. Navigating new territory, they became active participants in clubs, optimistic teammates, and gracious members of both the band and choir. It was a small glimpse of what the rest of high school would look like. The bittersweet taste of independence craved by many was an adjustment, but also a change they were willing to embrace. It was a fresh start, a way to establish themselves with the freedom to mold their own pathways. Watered with slightly more experience, the seedlings gradually began to develop into sprouts as sophomore year surfaced. In between driver permit tests and Mr. Napoleon's 6-page long exams, there were also pep rallies, field trips, and unforgettable memories of fond school spirit. At some point in life, we lose the innocence that protects us from the perils of the real world when we encounter hardship. Whether we let challenges dictate our attitudes is entirely up to us. Our class and community lost Andrew Gutierrez, a brilliant mind and the most compassionate soul that will continue to live on in all our hearts. He was the prime example of the ideal student, athlete, and friend. Andrew inspired us with his humility and taught us to think deeper. Even the darkest night will end, and the sun will rise. This phrase became the ultimate principle for manifesting growth in our class. Loss brought us extraordinary strength, and more importantly, unity. The sprouts continue to flourish with maturity as junior year rolled in. For many, this was a challenging year academically. Preparation for SATs and ACTs inflicted a cloud of stress over the students studying to perform well. Sleep deprivation and deep purple bags under our eyes unfortunately became popular trends. Inching closer towards the remainder of junior year, many had to begin reflecting who they envisioned becoming in a world that desperately needs young minds to lead. In spite of the fear and uncertainty, they began to recognize the importance of self-discovery. Finally, it is senior year. With our roots deep in the school's foundation, we find ourselves calling this place our second home. We make plans, and life laughs. This year, most of us believed that the most difficulty we need to face would be the college application process or enlistment in the military. Look where we are now. No one could have foreseen a worldwide pandemic, but it has taught us to be even more grateful for others, and even the littlest things that we take granted in everyday life. Before even leaving a step out of Saddlebrook High School, the senior class has already endured plenty. Yet, we are still here. We continue to keep going, and that is what makes us unique. We do not accept failure, and even in the presence of setbacks, we find a way to see the light. Class of 2020, you have now fully blossomed. Your seeds have transformed into beautiful flowers, infused with purpose and determination. A big congratulations to you for becoming the ultimate symbol of perseverance. Aside from the power of endurance, it is critical to also remember that kindness is a gift everyone can afford to give. My own personal experiences have taught me that it is in fact the key ingredient for success. The smallest acts of generosity seem plain, but are rather impactful. We often forget the power compassion holds to lift those around us. We must look after and steward those who helped us grow with appreciation. At the end of the day, kindness is a gift we should all intend to keep on giving. When you finally become a part of the real world today, I want you to remember and apply the lessons Saddlebrook High School has nurtured within you. Always get back up stronger after life knocks you down, and proceed with a personality rooted in the utmost kindness. To everyone here, if flowers can grow back, even after the harshest of winters, maybe we can too. Thank you.
Good evening, Superintendent Shanley, members of the school board, honored guests, students, and families. I'm very pleased to speak tonight on what I know is a very special evening. First and foremost, I'd like to give my warmest congratulations to the class of 2020. Tonight is not only special for our senior class, but is also a special evening for their proud parents, grandparents, guardians, and relatives. Thank you, parents, for your willingness to support the school. We truly value the time and effort you put into helping us. Without your devotion and dedication to your children and their academic success, we would not be here today. I also want to thank our dedicated staff. Without their devotion and dedication to educating our students, we would not be here today. The senior class has endured many challenges. To say that it's unfair is an understatement. No one could have imagined the closing of our schools and the transition to remote learning. You were born in the wake of 9/11, and you are now graduating during a global pandemic. I encourage the class of 2020 to look upon these enormous challenges as an opportunity to grow and as a catalyst for making your mark on the world. In the words of Angela Duckworth, the ability to be gritty, to stick with things that are important to you and bounce back from failure is essential for success, independent of and beyond what talent and intelligence contribute. The quality of grit can help you take difficult experiences and turn them into opportunities. Grit allows you to welcome challenges, bounce back from moments of anxiety, and maximize your potential. As many of you know, I have seen this class develop and grow throughout the years. I was your vice principal when you entered 7th grade. I remember how nervous, scared, and excited you all were to be in a new school with new teachers, friends, and rules. I watched how you struggled to navigate through your first week of school, but I also watched how you helped each other and grew to be a family. Now, I am honored to be your principal and have the opportunity to speak at your high school graduation. We've been through a lot together. I've seen you shift from middle school field day, being your primary concern, to advocating for others and coming together to support each other during difficult times. Observing your growth has not only helped me to grow as a person, but as an administrator. I know all of you will continue to have a positive impact on our society. COVID-19 has had an immeasurable impact on your senior year, and for that, I am sorry. However, I know this class, and this experience has shown us your resilience and grit. You will overcome this adversity and use the momentum of your victory to triumph in your endeavors. Class of 2020, you are entering adulthood at a tumultuous time in history. Whether you find yourself starting a business, serving our country, taking a gap year, or gracing the halls of one of our nation's greatest universities, remember that you have honed the qualities of grit and resilience. Lean on these hard-earned characteristics to guide your path through life. On behalf of the faculty and administration, we wish you the best of luck and good fortune. Congratulations, graduates. At this time, I turn my attention to Ms. Shanley and the members of the Board of Education. After careful review, I certify that these students have fulfilled all the requirements to graduate from Saddlebrook High School. It is with great pride that I present to you the Saddlebrook class of 2020.
Good evening, graduates and families. I'd like to thank a few special people who helped make this virtual graduation video happen. Michael Marr, Chris Iannello, your amazing class advisors, Sophia Grodsky and Megan Johnson, Ray Searles, and Brenda Coffey. Saddlebrook is a very special community, and you all contribute to that. I'm Danielle Shanley, and I'm honored to be your superintendent and to present to you here this evening. Before I begin, you will see in this video this evening that we have students who have chosen to serve the United States in one of our armed forces. On behalf of the Saddlebrook Board of Education, I thank you for your service and Godspeed to you on your journey. As a parent of a recent high school graduate, I share in the excitement of the parents here tonight. These moments are bittersweet. Maybe you've given thought to the day your graduate was born, or that first day at kindergarten, which doesn't seem so long ago right now. And maybe you're thinking about the wonderful college or career adventures that they have before them. These times pose a paradox between being so proud of the young adults that they've become and so excited for them, but yet a small piece of you is still yearning for the days when they were young. To the graduates, I present to you another paradox, the paradox of the world awaiting you. We are not living in easy times. There's enough unrest in our world for parents to worry about you, and yet still so much hope in our future. The future rests in the hands of our youth in America, and this is the time when the community, the country, and the world is looking at you and asking, what do you have to offer? What have you learned? How can you use what you've learned to make the world a better place? And are you resilient enough to handle the very high expectations that we and the nation have for you? So if you look at the challenges you've faced since you packed up and we shut down the school at 3 p.m. on March 13th, you've overcome quite a bit, successfully. And that's why you're here, because you did it. Adaptability is one of the identified essential skills needed to be successful in the 21st century. Education, as you knew it, was turned on its head, and you made it work. So to be stuck in your ways, resistant to change, reluctant to try new things, will never serve you well. So remember this time, not for the challenges, but for your achievements. There will be losses in life, but you won't be defined by what you've lost, but rather how you chose to respond to it. Life is not that short, and you can never have too much education. So this should not be the end of your education. It's just the beginning. And remember, learning comes in many forms. So no matter the path that you take, you still have so much to learn. This is just the beginning, and that's why we call it commencement. I hope you will go out into the world knowing it may be difficult. The world may even be a bit crazy, but you can still find meaning and deep personal happiness. You can do that by facing the world with the very best in yourselves. Please accept my congratulations, Saddlebrook class of 2020, on a job well done, on this very important rite of passage in your academic career, and may this be the first of many more achievements to come. Thank you.
Gilberto Abreu, Todd Accomando, Summer Alfonso, Jenna Antonucci, Ariana Aquino, Kylie Artemisio, Justin Avalon.
I'm Justin Avalon. I want to thank my parents and teachers for helping me get through high school, and next year I'll be going to William Patterson University.
Angelina Avatizian, Kayla Baginski, Emily Barris,
Hi, Hi, I want to say congratulations to my fellow classmates, and I want to thank my family, my friends, and my teachers for always supporting me and being there for me no matter what.
Allison Bakes. Emily Bakes. Jonathan Bakes. Gianna Bello. Matthew Bronco. Ashley Kalia. Vincent Camarano. Jose Colon. Maxwell Q. Matthew D'Ambrogio. Elvin Da Silva. Dale Matthew Daza. Rika De Leon. Devin De Maria. Shastari Diaz. Emily Dickman. Laura Duda. Ryan Duffy. Riham Farhat. Juliana Faustini. Michael Faustini. Zivistan Fidan. Anthony Filippelli. Julia Fiola.
I want to thank my family, friends, and Saddlebrook for making the last 4 years unforgettable. Next stop, Florida Atlantic.
Nicholas Foley. Grace Fusco. Isabel Galan. Martha Galas. Alexis Georgievich. Ashley Georgievich. Lisbeth Godoy. Patrick Gomez. Ryan Gordon. Ian Gormley. Luis Grullon. Natasha Guerrero. Dante Guzman. Alejandro Heras. Donald Higgins.
Just want to say thank you to each and every one of you, because throughout the past 4 years, almost every single person in my grade has helped me out, and it means the world to me. Hopefully we can all meet each other again in the future.
Zyber Hooley. Isabella Jaramillo. Alexandria Julin. Max Kahn.
I just want to thank my sisters, my family, all of my friends, especially my mother. I couldn't have gotten anywhere without all these people. Thanks for everything, and now seize our destinies.
Amy Cass Georges. Jabril Kite, Samantha Kelly, Madison Kenny, Dhruv Kothari, Benjamin Kravitz.
Hello everyone. I would like to thank my friends and family for supporting me these past 12 years. Thank you.
Marie Kulik, Christian Lapid, Isabella Laurentino, April Lazo, Faith Rose Lazati, Hunter Lombardo.
Thank you to my friends, my family, my teachers, and everybody in the school. It's like I really appreciate it, and especially when these hard times, the pandemic and everything. I hope everyone had a good year.
Isabella Lopez, Melanie Lopez, Naya Lopez, Jadesh Luciano.
I would like to thank my family and my teachers for making my high school experience as good as possible, and I wish my fellow classmates the best of luck in life.
John Mahoney,
Hi, it's John Mahoney, John Mahoney, saying thank you to all my amazing teachers and my awesome parents.
Alex Maxim, Greg Malik, Michael Maniscalco, Justin Marone, Harrison Massa, Victoria Mazierski.
I would like to thank my family for their constant support and wish my classmates the best of luck.
Andrew McCauley,
I'd like to thank my teachers, family, and friends for all of their continuous love and support and for all the memories we've made. I'd also like to congratulate every single one of you and wish you all the best of luck.
Andrew Melvin, Thomas Melvin, Olivia Montes de Oca, Youssef Mustafa, Connor Mulligan, Jason Moyo, John Paul Navarro, Eric Nosachev, Theodore Nosh, Giazaye Olegario, Manuel Ortiz, Ilana Palau, Angelina Palata.
Hi, my name is Angelina Palata, and I'm moving up to Spectrum 360's Young Adult program. I would like to thank my family and friends for supporting me.
Leanna Pankiewicz, Parth Parmar, Het Patel, Kalp Patel, Kushi Patel, Xavier Pavone, Julie Picado, Iram Portillo, Caroline Poskrobko, Gabriela Proto, Justin Josh Kiambao, Sabur Rana, Giovanni Reyes, Chelsea Rivera,
Thanks, Mom and Dad. I love you.
Mateo Rosales, Ciro Russo, Nicole Richlick, Farwa Saka, Dante Santiago, Laura Scaturo, Elizabeth Schwartz, Brianna Scorzetti, Samantha Solar, Christopher Stingo, Kayla Strunk, Elijah Suero,
Just want to give a shout out to all my friends and family that helped me get to this moment.
Dana Thomas, Natalie Travisano, Rachel Tripetta, Nancy Trong, Brooke Tullock, Jasmine Vidal,
Class of 2020, we did it. Thanks to everybody who made my 4 years of high school very memorable, and my next 4 is going to be at Kean University. 2020.
Nicole Wolozin, Elias Zachariah,